Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Friday, November 14th of 2025. So I'm going to set up my Christmas tree. Last year, I just bought this small one for around $40 at Walmart. So it only stands, I think, 4 feet high and it's got all the pre-lit lights. Now, I'm not ready for like a lot of, Christmas type stuff, so I'm just going to keep it on the white. It's supposed to have, I think it does colored. It's got the colors or the white, and you can like um, different speeds it can change through. I think I'm just going to leave it on the white. Now, last year we set it up on this little table, but I'm using this table for my cat's food and water. So I want to set it on this other tray up here. I've already measured and the 4 feet should fit just below that shelf. I'm not sure how these shelves are going to, like affect the tree, but I can always, move this tray over, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. The only thing is the tree itself says the base is 23 inches. And I did measure my tray, and so the length of this was just under 30 inches, but the width is about 18. And then in here, the depth is 2 inches, so I'm going to see how it will fit. I may have to put a riser down, a 2-inch high, so the tree will be able to fit on this tray. I'm not sure. I'll just have to play around and see how it fits at first. So first thing, of course, I gotta move everything that's on this tray. And then I did go and grab a few little things to just kind of decorate, get ready for Christmas, but not really like decorate for Christmas. We're still like mid-November. I don't have little kids living at home. So I'm going to start with, I do have this sign I love, running on caffeine, kisses, and Christmas cheer. I have, a couple little Christmas ornaments here, that the fruit and the little cluster of mistletoe and holly. So those I can just kind of set on the shelf, and I'm going to take some of the pumpkins down. And then I do have a couple of these little wooden angels, or I guess paper angels. I found 2 of them. So I'm just going to set them on my little floating shelves. I found my little display here with the reindeer and the Christmas trees. I found one of my little wooden winter scenes. Oh, this one's got Santa Claus, but just thought I could just sit on one of these the floating shelves. And I have my advent calendar. Oh, it looks like it did get broken in the move. That's okay. One little snowflake or something is missing. That's okay. I can just remove this and just pretend like it wasn't even there. And so this has the 25 little boxes. I've never done anything with this advent calendar other than just having it up and occasionally having the little light on. And then I've got my 4 reindeer. I can get to them. So they were just different colors of reindeer. I spray painted them all black. I spray painted their antlers like a white silverish color. And then I did add, it was glitter. While I was spray painting them, I was putting glitter on them at the same time. And then I just got some faux fur and 3 little bells, and each one has the same bells and the same color pattern. So I got this one and this one. Like I said, these were all I think they were like the silver and like a burgundy color or gold. They were all different, but I wanted them to all to match, so I made them all the same. And then this little bit larger one, you can see that the underneath, you can see this one was gold and silver. And lost his antlers. That's okay, I'll just glue them back on. And then I've got the really large one, and I know he was like white or silver, and he lost one of his antlers, but that's okay. I dug through the bag and I found all their antlers. So I'm going to just, grab my glue gun, re-glue their antlers on, and then, as you can see, he's lost his antlers before because it's just a bit of hot glue. And then I just took some black paint, like not even, like you see his ears not shiny, because I just, when I just had to glue him back together last year, I just took some basic black craft paint, whatever I had, and just painted over top of the glue. I'll have to do that again this year. And then I've got my nice white and silver glittery tree skirt. It is kind of wrinkled. It is a polyester. It's from the dollar store. I'm just going to throw it in my dryer on like the steam clean setting for like 3 or 6 minutes or whatever the smallest setting is, just to see if I can get some of those wrinkles out. I probably could iron it, but I think because it's been packed, and I know I did use it last year, but I don't remember the last time I've actually washed it. So I'm just going to go throw that in the dryer and go grab my glue gun and fix the deer's antlers, and then I'll be back to set up the Christmas tree. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for my glue gun to heat up. I'm going to start setting up the Christmas tree, but I have these glitter glue sticks. So I'm thinking some of these, it's hard to see the glitter on there. Some of these might work better than just the standard white. I mean, this one looks a little more gold. I just have to go through these and figure out which one's more silver, more gold. But that might actually help with the contrast instead of just super white. If it's got some color to it, it might hide it, and it's already there, glitter. And so I actually have a separate glue gun. This is not the glue gun, but I actually have a separate glue gun that I use specifically for my glitter glue sticks. This is not it. This was just the other one. I just bought myself like 1 or 2 brand new ones. So this one here, I'm going to put I'll label it and say glitter stick only, because there are some projects you don't want glitter in. And so I like having a separate glue gun for regular glue sticks and the glitter glue. Figure this one can be used for glitter glue because it's got glitter glue stuck here, because this one was sitting beside, my craft room, beside the other one that I was using for glitter glue. It might have been one of the ones I got rid of. I got rid of so many glue guns when we moved. Just if the little trigger was broken or the little stand here is broken, I buy them cheap from the dollar store. Under $5. I mean, I bought myself a really good solid one that takes the really fat glue sticks for like $5. So these little ones were, I think they're up to like $4 now for a little glue gun. Oops, see, I'm just gonna test this, yeah. And then the thing is, oh, shoot. Let's see if I can pull this out there. When the glue and kind of, so I'm going to pull this glue stick out if I can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Okay, and then, yeah, I'm just going to, now I can't push this in because now I've messed up. I'm just trying to pull this regular glue stick out. There we go. Just have to work on it. And put the glitter glue stick in here. Just want to make sure that it fits, and it does. That's the other thing too. Some of these glue sticks, they are different sizes and they may not fit in the glue gun. There we go. Now I'm also going to say I don't know how fast this glue stick is going to, heat up and melt. Actually, I've got it going now. I think I might as well just do the deer now. So I'll start with this larger one. I'm just going to fill this. Just kind of fill that all up with the glue. And then just going to hold it for a minute. You can see the glue stick. From this one, you can see it's got the silver glitter in it. That one's in time to dry. I'm just going to do the next one. Opted not work. I think the glitter dried faster than I could get these in place. Close there. And I might add something here to help disguise the antlers have been glued. I might glue some holly or berries or something around their head to give them like a nice little thing. Definitely the glitter glue looks so much nicer than just the standard white glue. These just sit here to dry. some more glue around this one. There, so I got my deers have their antlers back. So now I guess I'm just gonna put the glue gun away and unbox the Christmas tree. Okay, so my Christmas tree now. One thing I like is it's already wired with the lights, so that was just bonus. These out. So first thing, I'm just going to attach the base. Then I will cut off the extra string that I had tied from last year. Just have to get wires and flip up my tree here. I mean, it's a very small little tree compared to the size of trees I've had in the past, but it's all we need now. Just plugging it in to test it out. Yeah, I think this is the setting. I'll just keep it on for right now. Still have to flip out some of the branches. Change. Have it flashing between the white and the colored. I'm just trying to see how many different options there are. It says there's 8 options. I don't really like the blinking. I like the steady color, and it's making my animals just kind of go crazy. I don't know if I like this fading in and out of the white to the color. That does look kind of neat. Then we got just the solid white that kind of fades and twinkles. Now this is the colors that kind of twinkle. No, it's not doing anything. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's supposed to be 8 in there. I don't know. See, that's the combination. We're just gonna go between the white and the colored. Like I said, I think I'm just gonna leave it on the first setting of just the straight white for now. But I'm gonna unplug it. I don't need it plugged in and turned on while I'm moving the tree around. But that's good to know that it works. I still have some fluffing of the branches to do, but my next thing, of course, is to see if it's going to fit on this little side table. And so I guess I got to clear that little table off, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got everything cleared off. This does need to be wiped off, but before I do that, I want to make sure that the tree will actually fit, because if I have to go and find something for a riser, then I just, or if it doesn't work and I have to decide something else, and I just didn't want to waste a couple minutes cleaning. I mean, it has to get wiped off before I put everything back on it as well. I just thought I would save myself a couple minutes just to test this out. And yeah, it actually fits on there quite good, actually. Okay, so I still got to fluff up the branches. It was kind of hard to see and what was, kind of like in front of me around the front of the tree, because I was sitting at the back of it setting it up. So I'll just finish fluffing these branches, cut off the string, wipe the tray down, and yeah, the tree skirt should also be done, so I can even get the tree skirt tied up here. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure for where I would like it to sit, and bring it forward. I think I like it sitting kind of like that, like off to the side. It's not going to interfere with anything I have if I decide to hang anything like between here and the tree. And it's also not going to interfere with the floating shelves or the shelf on the top. I mean, the top of the tree is kind of, a little higher than the top shelf up there. But I don't really, I'm not really worried about that. I don't even know if I have a star for the top of this tree yet. I don't really know what I'm doing for decorations yet for on the tree. So I'm just going to go and, get the scissors and the cleaning stuff and clean this up. And then I'll be back and we can start undecorating with all the pumpkins, and I can start putting some of the Christmas decor up. Okay, so I got the table all washed. I used my marble and granite cleaner on this table. It is, shoot, what is this? I know what this is called. Mother of pearl, that's what it is. So I find that is a very soft, like not as a harsh cleaner as other products I have tried cleaning with different things. So this power adapter does not fit in this hole, but I was able to get my regular one kind of just wiggling it through so I can kind of hide as much of the wires as possible. I just don't really like having a lot of wires hanging around because I've got pets. I'm just gonna plug this in and just see how much wire I need. Okay, there. An off switch on this. No, there is no off switch. Okay. Just have to unplug it. I do put these on a timer. I'll just have to find my outlet timer for that. So I don't need all this wire. So I'm just going to bring it around to the front. This, plug this in. I just want to hide that wire as well. There. I've flipped out these branches, and then my cat was playing with the tree. That, I think that looks good. I'm going to plug it now and grab the tree skirt. And that's the great thing about the tree skirt is it can hide so many of the wires. And I can kind of drape the over the table as well. I can just kind of move the tree so this tree skirt covers the table like that. I think that looks really good. And then as I add things to the table, I can like fluff up the tree skirt depending on how I want things to look. So now I got the tree set up. So now I guess I'll have to go and take all the fall, all the pumpkins off all the shelves. So I've got like all these little ones. Some of the big ones that are really glittery, I think I might leave them, but I really want to get the small orange, autumn looking ones down. So then I can start putting the other Christmassy winter decor up. Oh, it is recording. I couldn't see. Okay, so while I was taking the pumpkins down, I have this candle that I had sitting way up on the top shelf, and this nice little battery operated one. It's got the little church in the winter. Sometimes I just have it sitting this way, but I'm going to bring this down to a lower shelf so I can actually see it. It was just sitting way up at the top shelf. And then I'm just going to move a few more things off of this white 3-tiered shelf up here. So this is I don't think this Yeah, it doesn't really reach so you can see what I'm doing. So I've got a couple birds at the top. I'm going to bring them down. And I've got these gold color tea lights. I'm going to move all this stuff around. Just one thing is I like these, but I just kind of want to change where everything is sitting. I've got this diamond print picture I made. I think I'm going to hang this up in my bedroom. I kind of like it, but it was nice sitting here, but it just doesn't quite go with anything that's else that's out in this area. So I'm just going to bring all this stuff down, and then I will be back to show you how I'm putting everything back up. So I took all the pumpkins down. I moved a few of the things on the top shelf around. I'm going to keep that acorn up there, and I got the glittered pear. And then I just had those bird cages I made last year for Christmas. I just moved them over on this shelf. And then I got that floral arrangement with the top hat. I just kind of brought that more forward. And then I had my cookie jar, cream and sugar with the snowman. So I brought those more forward. And then just over here, I just kind of moved a few things. I had those two little gingerbread houses kind of tucked up on that top shelf. I brought them to this shelf. And I think I'm going to put my advent calendar between them. If I can fit in, I think it should fit. There, the advent calendar can fit there. Oops, I'm tripping over things. And then I have the other little wooden tree picture. I think I might slip this right here. Let's just see how it works, fits. It's not gonna fit there. It's just gonna wants to tip forward. So I'm just gonna center this. I just had this kind of more on an angle. I'll move this one out a little bit too. Do you want that one kind of flat against the wall like that? I think that kind of looks like a cute little display there. And then I think I'm going to stick all my reindeer just right over here. So I just wanted somewhere safe for them to be. And I think this is going to be the safest and best place for them. I'm just not sure if they can stand with this. Oops. It would help if I get all four legs on the table. So I'm just going to see how that will fit. So their antlers getting caught in the tree branches. Makes it hard to lift them and move them around. We got the nice family of deer. I just can't really quite see that one. Her antlers are kind of tucked in there, but I can move the tree over a little bit. It's just with the wires, I just couldn't quite see where they were. And I do have the faux snow blanket thing, whatever. I might actually put the faux snow down and move the tree skirt over, so the deer are standing on the snow, not so much on the tree skirt. But I can play around with that in a little bit, but I just want to kind of see how the placement would look, because the tree just kind of looked off center. It needed something big there, and that was just what I have right at the moment. So I think that would work. Then I've got all these other little ones here. I'm just going to stick them up here wherever they will fit. So I just have the two little angels. I think I'm just going to stick them up here. I'm just going to move this one down. I'm just going to stick them here like that. And then I just have this one little, I'm going to slip this right here. Like that. So that is my Christmas, winter steam kind of fur right now. Oops. And I have this one here. I actually want to put this in the front entrance. I think it would be really good. I'm going to have to now work on the front entrance. This little one, I can actually move this more out to the front now, not so much far, doesn't have to be hidden now. So I'm just going to go and see the front entrance display. Just not really much here. I like the way I have this one set up. Again, I just have to move all the little pumpkins. I think this one here is actually quite busy enough. I don't think it needs anything. I've got these like party light, Christmas colored candles already. Got these little things. Oops. I will change out the flowers for more like Christmassy winter flowers, because I got still this summer spring ones. And then this is my vase with my lilies. And I had one or two, I think it was two, yeah, just two different flowers, two brand new bunches of autumn flowers. And I just stuck them in here. And I had this dried pumpkin, so I just stuck it in there with my lilies too, just kind of make it look like a fall kind of a thing. So I guess there's nothing really to do here. This one is still so much fall because I'm not quite ready to, make the front entrance all Christmassy. But I'm just curious if this would work here. But then you can't see those ones. Maybe I can just stick it up here for now. Yes, I'm just going to move these pumpkins here. And I got these things that say woof and meow. I'm just going to take these down for now. I just needed, something on those shelves. So I'm just going to stick this one here. There. I think that looks good for now while I figure out, kind of, I can move these little ones up here. Or actually, maybe I'll move the Party Light Trio candles up there. I think that would look good. And so I'll go up there and take those other pumpkins down. Then I will be back to show you how I've arranged it. All right, so there is my display so far. I still have the woof and meow. I just kind of tucked him behind all that stuff. Then I have these tiny little glass ones. They are also from Party Light. So I just took the simple lids off and I just set them on top of the lids. It gives them a little bit of height, but it does have this, you know, whatever you call this, plastic ring around here with the seal. So I'm going to find some thin ribbon, Christmassy ribbon. I'm just going to cover those with some ribbon for Christmas. I'm just going to move this candle so it's the less chipped side. I've had this candle like forever. Same with those little candle holders and that vase. I've had them for so long. But I think that just kind of starts the beginning of the Christmas winter season. And then, like I said, I took the fall florals out of there. I just dumped out the pumpkins that were in this little basket. I just gotta fix my curtain. There, just that. And then I will deal with the Christmassy wreath in a little bit. I still like my fall wreath up, so that's just going to stay until I have time to make the bigger one. So that's how it looks. And then over here, see, it's starting to set up for kind of like that Christmas fall or Christmas wintry stuff. Not so much like Santa Claus type little kids things. It's just that more of that slowly gonna bring things in and together. And then I had this little tray full of all of this stuff. I found it was easy to find room for it sitting over here. I'd like to have it closer to the end, but my salt lamp is plugged in and I've got the wires twisted so the cats don't really, see them as much. So I couldn't move, so I can't move that over. I might just end up moving the tray to the other side of the end table or the other side of the TV console. I will just play around with that and figure out how it looks good. It's just going to be there for a little while. I mean, I can even just stick it up on top of my china cabinet here and just kind of put things in front of it. Just kind of like, just need it out of the way for now. So yeah, that's the start of, going into fall or going from fall into winter. That's what I'm trying to say. And then eventually into Christmas. Okay, so again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos. I will see you in the next ones.